Welcome to the Learn to Sew Academy channel. Please remember to subscribe. Thank you.
In this video, we are making a simple summer top. So this is going to be a cape top with a regular sleeveless top under it. So I'm going to work with the cape top first. I'm going to make that first. The length I want for the cape top is 19 inches. So I'm going to add 1 more inch to give me for my allowance at the bottom. So I'm going to cut out 20 inches from this. On the fold. So my 20 inches, I'm going to be cutting it on the fold. So that's what I'm going to do here. I cut out the 20 inches length that I need. And just like we do all our cape or circle tops, I'm just going to fold. And I have other videos on making circle tops and circle dress. I'm going to link that in this video for you to see. So now I've folded this again. So I have 4 layers of fabric here. And this is my complete fold. I'm going to mark the neckline. For this neckline, I'm going to do 3.5 by 3.5. And the next thing is I'm just going to shape out all of this. Starting from the tip of the fold, begin to measure your desired length for your top. And you go across from one end to the other. So I'm going to connect from the armhole area to the bottom of the top. And this is what I'm just going to cut now. So next I'm going to cut this neckline. And that completes the cape. So this is going to be a cape that I'm going to join, or you can wear it directly on a sleeveless dress or sleeveless top. But I'm going to make another top which is just going to be a sleeveless top. So for the sleeveless part of the top, I folded this into 2 like so, and then we fold it again so that we have 4 layers of fabric. This does not have a zipper or anything, it's a stretch fabric. So we're just going to use the same neckline that we use for the cape. So that's what we're going to use over here. And we just cut that neckline out. Next we're going to cut the shoulder. Remember this was 3.5 inches. Our shoulder is 16. So 16 divided by 2 will give us 8. So when we measure that, 8. So this is where our shoulder is, right here. And then from there down here, I'm going to do 9 inches for my armhole. And then I'm going to use the whole length of this for the bust area. So right here is 10.5. So we connect this to the armhole. And now we can just cut the armhole. And now I'll do the shoulder slant. Normally I use like half an inch. You can use 1 inch. I just cut off the shoulder slant. That right there completes the cutting of this style. The first step I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rejoin the shoulder area right here. And I also wanted to mention that if you choose, when you cut this, you may decide not to open up the shoulder area for this style, but I decided to open it up. But I'm gonna be joining it because I wanted it to have that slant. So I'm going to join the shoulder area first. Then when I'm done joining the shoulder area, I'm going to turn in the armhole area. So I'm going to turn it in twice like that, and I'm going to sew it all around the armhole. And I'll do the same on the other side. That's the second step. When I join the shoulder together, I'm going to use it with this neckline. I'm going to be turning it. I'll open the neckline and I'll put this neckline to match this, and I'm going to sew the neckline from this sleeveless blouse. I'm going to sew it to the neckline here. That's how I'm going to flip it over to have a nice finish on the outside. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the right side facing up, and we're also going to take the right side of the sleeveless top that we just made, and we're going to align those together. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to sew this all around. And notice that we're doing, this is the right side, this is also the right side. You can either use a serger and just serge it all across, or you can do your zigzag stitch, or you can just sew it all across. So I'm just going to sew it all across. So you may want to use a pin to hold it in place. And because I joined this at the shoulder, when I start to sew, I'll stretch some part of this just a tiny bit so that they go around the curved lines. So that's what we're just going to do. We're just going to sew it like 1/4 of an inch all around, or half an inch, whatever we want to do. But 1/4 of an inch will just be perfect. Now this has been joined all around, so now we're gonna turn the sleeveless part of the top. We're gonna turn it inside. I'm just gonna show you again. This is how we joined it all around. This is how we joined it all around, and now we're just going to turn it inside like that. This is what we're going to have. So this is what we're going to have on the inside, like this. This is coming out like that. So one thing we can do is we can, if we want, we can top stitch this all across just to hold this further in place. So you can just go ahead and you can just do a top stitch all around the neckline. That's one thing, but I'm also going to iron it and make it neater. So next is to go here on the inside, and I'm going to be joining the sides. But when I join the sides, I want to join the wrong side, facing wrong side like we do. Again, this is the inside of the sleeveless top. So we're just going to join the side down like that, and then we'll go to the other side. This is the other side, and we're going to join the sides again. That's what we're going to do next, and then we'll go to the hem. After we join both sides, we will now hem the bottom of the inner top, which is the sleeveless part of this top. So we'll now go to the bottom and we will hem it. And the way you can hem it is you can either double it and sew it the way you would normally just sew your regular fabric, or you can turn it in like this and use a zigzag all across. So that's the two options. The last thing to do will be to hem the edges of the circle top, the cape. So we're going to go and hem this. You can also use a zigzag. You can just fold it in one way and use a zigzag all across, or you can fold it in twice and sew it the way you would normally sew your top. So that's what we're going to be doing. You can also serge it all around, and after serging you can just fold it once and use your sewing machine, your straight stitches, to sew it all around. So that's the final stage, and once that is done, this top will be completed. And this is how the cape top looks like. So this is the cape and this is the sleeveless part of the top. And that completes this. I hope you like this video. If you do, please leave us a thumbs up, and if you have not yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe to our channel to see more videos like this. And when you subscribe, remember to click on the bell icon so you can get notified when we load new videos. Thank you, and see you in my next video.